Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It is truly appreciated, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find the link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. Now, before we dive in, if you've been loving the energy here, I have created a collection of spiritual ebooks and printable workbooks to help you along your journey. From manifestation rituals to love journal prompts, these tools are designed to help you align, heal, and rise. You'll be able to find a link in the description box below or on my Patreon channel under the shop tab. So this is going to be a collective reading, so there are no piles, and this reading is going to be about what shocking truth people are finally realizing about you. The shocking truth that I'm getting a divine message. It's like you're solid. That's a shocking truth that people are finally realizing about you, is that you're solid. Okay, I'm getting like fixed sign energy. So because we are in Aquarius season, so you could be in Aquarius here. And if you are in Aquarius and it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Okay, so yeah, I've got like Aquarius energy, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. Okay, because I'm getting like solid, like so fixed energy. You're steady. You hold your ground. Maybe some of you could have a like a fixed sign in your 12th house or something like that. I don't know why I'm getting that. Okay, so my collective, what shocking truth people are finally realizing about you? What shocking truth people are finally realizing? Ooh, didn't I say fixed sign? We have Taurus and Libra in here. Ooh, the shocking truth about you is that you are naturally abundant. You could have pretty privilege with the Empress energy. You're naturally abundant. You're naturally creative. That's a shocking truth that people are finally realizing about you. Some people thought like maybe it was like a front, you're putting on a front, or you're pretending to be something that you're not, but you're naturally abundant. So I feel like with the Empress energy, maybe you may have had like an experience where you lost everything, but you got it right back. With the Empress energy, you were able to cultivate what you had. Like you lost something and you were able to cultivate like the remaining of what you had, and you were able to multiply it with the Empress energy. And people are finally realizing this about you. This is like shocking to them, because those are people that could be like more on the hustle side, hustle, while you are more manifestation, bringing things into fruition, being in alignment with your desires. Okay, that's the shocking truth that people are finally realizing about you. Like you're definitely highly protected. We have the Queen of Swords. Okay, the shocking truth that people are finally realizing about you is that you're a lot smarter than people give you credit for. I feel like somebody was trying to like make it seem like you're not as bright, you're not as smart, you're not as like dedicated as you actually are. With the Queen of Swords, some of you may have graduated with honors. With the Queen of Swords energy, you're highly intelligent, very methodical. We have the Knight of Cups. The shocking truth that people are finally realizing about you is that you are a genuine individual. Like the love that you give is not strategic. It's not in a way for you to, strategize yourself or social climb. You're actually genuine. Yeah, we have Libra and again. Libra and again. Wow. Libra energy again with the Justice card. Holy moly. What shocking truth about you that people are finally realizing is that you are somebody who operates out of integrity. Like I said, you don't cut corners. You have integrity. Everything that you do it with the goodness in your heart. There's no malice, there's no deception. You have a high moral compass. That's the shocking truth that people are finally realizing about you. Certain people, maybe from your past, people from your neighborhood, people from your family, maybe they sell themselves, right? They sell their soul, they sell their morals, like, they're morally corrupt. You're not, with the justice card upright. You do what's right, what's fair, what's just, even if no one is looking. Okay. What shock and truth people are finally what shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? What do we have here? Ooh, we have the death card, Scorpio energy. Didn't I say fixed sign? So you could be a Scorpio, Libra, Cusper as well for some of you. But you're resilient, you're powerful, you're always transforming, you're always elevating, you shed old skin. You're not somebody who stays stuck in old patterns, old ways of doing things, old ways of thinking. Again, like innovative energy. This is why I was getting like Aquarius energy. Okay, Uranus energy. So what shocking truth people are finally realizing about you? Wow, you're a lot more street smart and book smart than people give you credit for. You have situational awareness with the Queen of Cups. You know how to read the room. You know how to assess people's moods and energy. What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? What shock and truth? Wow, we have Cancer. Yeah, Cancer energy. Chariot. Okay, structured and disciplined, strong will, determined. Okay, two cardinal signs because we have Libra here as well. So you're self-starter, initiator. So yeah, that's what I was gonna like. You're determined, you're solid. Okay, because cardinal signs are solid as well. Like once they have their mind made up to do something, they see it through to the end. Okay, they're not wishy-washy. Once they make up their mind, that's it. They don't change it. Okay, they may change their approach, but the goal won't change. Okay, so what shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. We have, yeah, you have a lot of discernment. Some people, they're realizing that you were clocking them the whole time. You were assessing them the whole time, even if you didn't say a thing. You were clocking them the whole time. You were watching them. You were paying attention to their patterns, especially with the Queen of Swords being here. You recognize like how they move, and you were able to catalog it, and then just keep a mental note, and then you adjust it accordingly. Some people are like, now they're realizing, okay, the whole time this person was clocking me when I thought like I was fooling them. Okay, so what shocking truth people are finally realizing about you? We have the Ten of Wands. Okay, the shocking truth that people are finally realizing about you is that you're somebody who has the ability to shoulder great responsibilities, and you do so with ease. But the shocking truth is also people are realizing how much you had to carry, and you made it seem so easy, because maybe there's some people from your past or people in your vicinity or people that have some sort of close proximity to you. So it could be like co-workers or something. They might be like trying to mimic your style, mimic your path, or do the same thing that you're doing, and they're realizing it's a lot harder than it seems, because you make it look so easy, you make it look so flawless, so seamless, but in actuality it's your methods, it's your methodology, and not only that, your capabilities and your capacity that makes it look easy, but it's not. Okay, what shocking truth people are finally realizing about you? Wow, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. Yeah, your values are in alignment. You stay true to yourself. Going back to justice, like you don't switch sides. You're not wishy-washy. You have a high moral compass. Okay, once you make up your mind about something, you stay true to it. Okay, so you could be a Gemini, Cancer, Cusper. Don't have to be a Gemini, Taurus, Cusper. Okay, so what shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. What shocking? Ooh, we have the Ten of Swords. This is finality, abrupt ending. A shocking truth that people are finally realizing about you is that you've gone through, like, I'm gonna like trauma with the Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords could represent like something like extremely painful ending in your life, a chapter that's ending. No, like you're no longer going to experience pain from this source. So the shocking truth is that people are finally realizing that you've gone through, like you were the victim in a story. Like maybe somebody may have portrayed you as the villain in a story, but the truth is you were the victim. That's the shocking truth. People are realizing this afterwards, after the fact, after the dust has settled. And maybe it's like it's been years, maybe for some of you 10 years, and then now the truth is finally being exposed. but you were the victim with the Ten of Swords. People are realizing this now. Like the villain, the person that was pretending to be the victim, they are victimizing other people. They are duplicating, like they're doing the same thing that they did to you to other people, and now people are connecting the dots. They're realizing that you were the victim the whole time. And some people, they feel some type of way about that because they may have like made judgment on you based on what they thought was true, and now they have to sit back and stand on what they said or stand on what they did towards you without the full story. So what shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. You're emotionally unavailable now because of this Ten of Swords. And the shock and truth as well is that you were never emotionally distant like the way that they made it seem. You emotionally distanced yourself from the situation because it was too much for you to deal with. Okay, doesn't make you weak for not wanting to do all the emotional labor, because I feel like this is what you were doing with the Eight of Cups, and you decided to walk away. And now people are realizing that you didn't walk away because you were being selfish. You walked away to protect your energy, to protect yourself, to protect your emotional health. Okay, you're not here to be somebody's emotional regulator. What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? What shock and truth? What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? We have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is like practical energy, scholar energy. Okay, you're definitely loyal. I'm getting like loyalty with the Page of Pentacles. People are finally realizing this about you. What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? Yeah, that you're solid. Four of Wands. I can't make it up. People are finally realizing this about you, that you were extremely solid, that you were someone worth having in their corner, somebody who brings a lot of joy and positivity everywhere you go. And some people, they may have made you feel like what you brought to the table was insignificant or not valuable or not solid enough or not sustainable enough. But now, like looking back, this is like heavy on energy, people looking back at you, reassessing you, reevaluating you, and they're realizing all that you brought to the table. Now they're comparing it to other people in their life, or they're comparing their chapter to yours, and they're realizing that you were a lot more solid, a lot more better, a lot more sturdy than they give you credit for. Okay, what shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? Four of Pentacles, okay, solid energy again. You're extremely practical. You were worth investing in with the Four of Pentacles. Resourceful. What chocolate people are finally realizing about you? Yes, the Chariot again, guys. Structured, disciplined, strong-willed, determined, driven, okay? Future focused. Once you have your mind made up on a goal, you're going to get it done. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. Like, time is not like a factor for you, like where you feel like, oh my God, I have to get it done. Like, if I don't get it done in this amount of time, I'm going to stop. No, you don't see it like that. You're going to see like, okay, this is the goal I'm trying to accomplish. This is what I need to do to get there. But you're also assessing the risk to see, okay, like something could happen. So if this happens, what is my contingency plan? That's how you operate with the Chariot being here twice. So that's what people are finally realizing about you. This is a shocking truth. Like, they're like assessing you, and they're like realizing that you were always 10 steps ahead of them. Okay, what shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? What shock and truth? We have the Eight of Swords. Ooh, some truth is that people were projecting onto you their fears and their insecurities onto you with the Eight of Swords. This is not your energy. The shocking truth is that some people are finally admitting to themselves how they felt about you, that they were insecure, they didn't feel comfortable in your energy because you invoke some sort of insecurity in them, or you invoke like some sort of feeling that they may not be comfortable with the Eight of Swords, like some sort of mirror. Yeah, you present a mirror that they don't want to look into, and it's made them insecure or uncomfortable in your presence. But it was never you. You were never the problem. People are like realizing this about you. Okay, so what shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? We have the Sun card, positivity, Leo energy. Didn't I say fixed sign? We have three fixed signs so far. Two cardinal signs, one mutable signs, but three fixed signs, okay? Yeah, like the shock and truth that people are finally realizing about you is that you are confident, okay? You know your value, you know your self-worth with the sun card. But the shock and truth that people are finally realizing about you, that your success came from your own merit with the sun card. It wasn't because someone else gave it to you, or it was handed to you on a silver platter, or life was easy for you. No, it was out of your own merit with the sun card, out of your own competence, out of your own sheer will of determination, okay? That's how you got to where you are today. So some of you could be Leo, Cancer cuspers as well. What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? We have the Hangman, okay? Piscean energy. The shocking truth is that people may have thought that because you took temporary pause, you like to pause, reassess the situation, risk management, you do a lot of risk management. Like you always think about like what could happen, and you always have a contingency plan. And what I'm getting here with the Hangman, people may have like thought that you were like slow, not slow like, in a way where like intellectually. No, it's more like you don't take action, you procrastinate, like, you don't really get things moving. But they were mistaken. They're realizing, the shocking truth is that you were reassessing a situation, you were looking at things from a different perspective, and you were like weighing out your options before you make a move. You're not impulsive, even though you, with the chariot, you are driven, but your drive is not aimless. You have a goal, so you stay focused. But if you have to pause and reassess, you're going to do so. And maybe sometimes when you pause, you may pause for couple of months to reassess, to regroup, to recalibrate. You may not reassess in like one day and then in tomorrow you take a new direction. No, you plan things ahead before you move, and people may have mistaken that for procrastination, when in actuality you were recalibrating. What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, that you have a drive, you have this passion, okay? Some of these people, like, they go fast, but their energy and their drive fizzle out fast too, because they lose momentum. They go too fast at the beginning. Like, they don't understand that it's a marathon, while you, on the other end, you see it as a marathon. You know that, okay, I have to pace myself, I don't have to get everything done in one day. I'm getting like Taurus energy as well. Even though we have the Ace of Wands, like, you have that drive, you have that passion, but you may have like a very strong earth placement that allows you to ground this passion and not to burn out too fast, okay? And people are realizing this about you. What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? Wow, we have the Magician, I can't even speak. Gemini and Virgo. Oh my god. So you have Gemini and Virgo energy with the Magician. You're a master manifestor. You're very skilled and talented. This is the shock and truth that people are finally realizing about you. Like I said, it's out of your own merit. Everything that you have today, everything that you've accomplished within your life is because of your own sheer will and your merit and your competence. You're extremely competent. You're more competent than people give you credit for. And that's the shocking truth that they're realizing, like, yo, you're very skilled and talented because everything that you've done was on your own. Nobody really helped you get there. You had to get it out the mud. While these people that are like clocking you, these people that are like, having that shocking revelation, they are in a group of people, they're in a cluster of people, but they still haven't accomplished half of what you have accomplished. So a lot of them are shook, okay? So what shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? Ooh, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. You always get your wish fulfillment because you are in alignment, but I'm getting envious energy as well. Like, some of them, they're finally admitting to themselves that they were envious of you. What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're grounded, you're methodical, slow but steady. That earth energy that I was talking about, but this is like Taurus energy. So it's like that practicality, determination, that you go slow, you're reliable, trustworthy, and people are finally realizing this about you, okay? Like I said, these people, they were going fast, quick, 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 at the beginning, fast, 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 trying to get things fast, but it was not sustainable. They didn't build a solid foundation to sustain that what they've built, right? So it's like a house. Like if you're building a house on quicksand, it's not gonna last. But if you have a solid basement, like the foundation where it's like concrete build, you know, you have all the you know, the like whatever they call it, okay, architecture or whatever. Like you know the house, how they build the house, guys. I'm not a like a designer or whatever engineer, so like obviously I know the foundation needs to be solid in order to build on it. So that's the same thing with you. These people didn't have that solid foundation. You build that solid foundation by being practical, by being grounded, by pacing yourself, by like being meticulous with the Knight of Pentacles. This is why you were able to sustain what you've built, because it was built on solid ground. And people are finally realizing this about you, okay? What shock and truth people are finally realizing about you? Just one more card, please, Spirit. Yeah, we have this Three of Pentacles. Your reputation definitely precedes you. You're definitely a lifelong scholar, and that's the shock and truth people are finally realizing about you. While people were like playing around, you know, smoking, drinking, doing all that stuff, partying, while you were building your skills. Three of Pentacles, you were, because the Three of Pentacles is also the apprentice, right? Like someone learning from the masters. Okay, so this is what I'm getting here with the Three of Pentacles. You were learning from the best. You were building your skills, your talents. You were stacking your skills, like transferable skills as well. So whatever skill that you have are transferable within fields, different fields of like career. So you're not stuck in one place. You have the ability with the magician to pivot, because the magician could pivot anywhere he wants. He has all the resources, because the magician, if you look at the illustration, it has all the suits. It has the pentacles, the wands, the sword, and the cup. So that tells me that you're versatile, because that's that mutable energy. So this is what people are finally realizing about you, but a little too late. Okay? So that's all I have for you, my collective. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.